Hi guys and girls, welcome back. So as promised, I am back with another video, and this is my very first time drawing and painting on live. Okay, now I started painting back in 2020. It was October 2020 after I moved into my new apartment here in Upper East Side Manhattan. I never had really painted before. It was just a kind of pastime that I picked up during this whole COVID pandemic time where we were encouraged to kind of shelter in place and not really go out and interact with people. So this was my way of kind of coping with that difficult time. And as soon as I picked up my paintbrush, I just went crazy with it, y'all. I developed almost like an addiction to painting, and I just went crazy. I painted a lot. I think now I have over 70 paintings that are placed really strategically throughout my space here. So I have many, and most of my paintings I've done, I think, are in my living room area. I have some in my dining room area, my foyer, my kitchen, my bedroom, even my bathroom. So they're all over. So here's another painting that I'm going to do today here on live. Now I think this may be a two-part. So the first part I'm going to do the drawing, and then the second part I'm going to do the actual painting. Probably not going to do the second part today because it does take time. But we'll see how much we can get done. And this one is actually going to go in my office at the hospital where I work. So this is going to be interesting. I think I have everything except for scissors. I might be able to slide this off. I may not need scissors for that. So luckily, I was able to see that Michael's, one of my favorite stores, my favorite art store, they actually had canvases. I think they probably still do have canvases on sale, you guys. So I got these two here. So this is a 2-pack. This is 18 by 24. And then I have another one, 12 by 24. Now I'm going to use the 18 by 24. This one because it's going to give me enough space that I need to actually fit this beautiful goddess Nefertari, Ahmose. She has a hyphenated name, Ahmose-Nefertari, from the 18th dynasty of ancient Egypt. So, in the 18th dynasty, I did some research. I was like, let's see, when was this? So this was around 1550, roughly, approximately 1549 to 1292 BC. So way, way back, right? When she was a part of that dynasty, the 18th dynasty. And I need like this, right? Because this is 18 inches across and 24 inches long wise, so that to fit her shoulders. You notice like a lot of the ancient goddesses and gods, the way that they're depicted, they have very broad shoulders, which makes me sometimes wonder, like, am I a descendant of an ancient god or goddess? Especially looking at the way my body is made, right? My features having kind of these wide shoulders, broadened shoulders, and the way my side profile is. I wonder sometimes looking at my bone structure. Alright, so I think I have everything that I need to get started. So let's start with this. Gotta set the tone. This is something that I do. This is like part of my ritual that I do when I paint. I usually don't burn candles, but because the temperature has dropped here in New York, I think we are probably in the 30s, 40s, around that. This helps. I'm probably also going to burn incense. Incense are a given, so. But I'm going to crank up the temperature in here. I may have to turn on the AC depending on how hot that candle gets. And then I'm going to burn incense, Dolce and Gabbana. You believe also that we are directly tied to them genetically, right? To the ancient Egyptians. And it's funny because you have a lot of like, they irk my nerve, these Middle Easterns, and even some whites, right, where they want to claim Egypt. They even claim Africa. I came across one yesterday on my way to that restaurant I went to, Soko's, in Brooklyn on Myrtle Avenue. I was passing by this commercial space. I actually saw two commercial spaces, and one of which was sitting directly next to this coffee shop, which appears to be relatively new. The guy, the owner of the shop, stopped me in my tracks, and you know, he was asking me, "Oh, you're interested in that space?" I'm thinking like, okay, are you the owner of that space? Also, he was like, "No," but he was telling me it's a good neighborhood, and you know, my business idea probably would be a good fit. So I mean, he had good energy, but it's funny because when he was asking me like where I'm from, I said I'm originally, you know, from Florida, and he was asking me about my necklace. Right, I had a Ghanaian drum that I was wearing, and he was like, "Oh, African." I'm like, "Yes, yes, I'm African too." And he was like, "Oh, I always joke with my black friends because they say that they're African, but then I tell them that I'm more African than them." Now, this is a guy that, I mean, visibly, right, phenotypically, he's not African. Genetically, he's not African, but because he's lived in Africa, he says he's from Morocco, which I believe is like Northeast Africa. He claims Africa. He mentioned some other like European country. I can't remember the name. I'm like, no, you from Europe. You're not. You want to be African. There's so many people that want to be. I like, come on. It's funny though. That's why I made that post on my page. That it's funny how. Oh, it's Northwestern, right? Northwestern country in North Africa. But anyway, like, it's funny how you have so many non-black people like want to be African. They move to South Africa, they move to other parts of Africa, they establish like, you know, residency there, colonizing it really. They're not African, but they definitely rep Africa. And then you have black people. We are clearly African, but don't want to be associated with Africa. Not all, but some. I think that's funny. I had to just throw that in there. Because given that I have painted a lot of African gods and goddesses, I don't know if you've seen them, Anthony, but I do have over my shoulder here Osiris and Isis. And also I have 7 different gods that are over my bed in my bedroom. But all of those paintings I made videos for, so they're in my archives on a playlist on YouTube, my YouTube channel, that I entitled, I think like Handmade Art by Danny or something like that. But also on Facebook too, right? And I have also photos. I created a whole photo album of all of my handmade art pieces. So yeah, it attracts people who want to claim like African roots or affiliation. I get it. But that's like their MO, right? Like they want to take over, you know, civilizations, right? I think that's kind of unfortunate. And wonder how we get scattered about. And so now people are like confused about where they're from and who they are. I'm about to, like, before I get started, I haven't eaten yet. So I am going to grab me some rolls to just chew on. I don't really have much of an appetite, which is a good thing, but I know I'm going to get hungry as I'm drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and get that before we get started. But what do you think about that, though? I think that it's kind of messed up. What y'all know about these Martin rolls? Martins. I love this brand. Oh, I forgot I had some Nutri-Grain. I'm going to eat after this. Nice hearty meal. I might get some Jamaican. These rolls are good though. I have some snacks to hold me over. Yeah, you can check my archive later. Invasive species. Right. I guess it is true though. Like, all the smart brothers are locked up. Smart in terms of like higher level of consciousness and awareness. They know what's up. That's the reason why they're often targeted more by the system, I think. They see you a threat. They know you're a threat. And you are, in a sense, a threat to their system. That's why they target you, unfortunately. I like how they like wrap this with plastic, so I'm not going to use these right now. I'm going to just put these to the side. Find something to do on those, but I will be using this one. Alright, so I have a bunch of paint. I have this image I'm going to work from. Beautiful skin tone. I thought it was Hathor, but it's not. It's a Nefertari. Beautiful. Alright. So because I'm not painting anything today, I don't have to figure out what colors, but yeah, I have so many paints. I did set them aside though, so I have like a whole bag of paint here, and then the other bag, but then I took out some paints that I can work with. But these colors, I really only need red, gold, black, look like purple, gray, and white. Not too many colors. So I do have more than what I need. This is black. I have purple, raw umber. And this is level 1. I use level 1 canvas board and level 1 paint because I'm level 1. I'm not an advanced artiste, shall I say. Like I said, I took to this hobby for fun. And yeah. But I do love art though. So to have like my own art projects surrounding me is really heavenly. This is yellow hue. I have old gold. I have burnt sienna. I have a couple of reds, orange, copper, yellow ochre. I love this color green, sap green, and white. So I'm well equipped. So I'm going to finish the paint, not the painting. I'm going to finish the drawing actually. I usually do it in one sitting. One drawing. I don't have to like go back to it. And I find it doesn't take me long to draw. It's going to actually take longer to paint. Race wars, world domination, ultimate total power, being they aren't the true supreme beings. They use their laws, guns, weapons of mass destruction to keep us in fear and control. Yeah. You nailed it. Is that what your book is about? You seem to be like very knowledgeable about this. Oh, I should have poured me a glass of wine, but instead I poured more tea. So I'll have wine once I finish. Once I eat. I need to eat, right? Definitely want to drink wine in the stomach. I need to buy some more pencils though. I got all these pencils here. None of them have erasers, so I had to buy separate erasers, which I have here ready to go. I gotta figure out which one of these pencils actually has some lead in it. Okay, this one is good. Nope, it's not good. Nope, it's not. It's not good. Okay, this one is good. I usually have like 2 set aside. Because when I get in the zone, I'll be in the zone, yeah. That's the thing about me. That goes for like anything I do. When I get started, I'm like laser focused. It's hard to like distract me. But I am live. So this is new. This is something new. I'm doing something new here. Alright. Going live while I'm drawing. And then I'm going to come back and do a part 2. Not today. Probably tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. And I'll paint. Live. Whoa. Fear of the Black Planet. Chuck D and Public Enemy. 80s hip hop culture group. Fear of a Black Planet. So when did you become like spiritually awakened? I think you can say, one can make the argument that we're born this way. Like it's already in you. It just gets activated at a certain time during your development. And if so, when was that time? I know it's a process. So it's not like one thing happened. And some people it is just like something unique happened where they had a spiritual awakening. They can remember like the day and the time, the year, the place they were, what they were wearing, and all of that, who was around them. And then, you know, for most of us, it's like a process. I'm looking at this collage I made of Obama back in 2009 when he had got inaugurated and he won the election. And it says 75 cents. That is fucking cheap for a paper. Newspapers now like run like $1 or something. Alright, focus. So, let's get to this. I'm excited. The best feeling, like, is seeing it all come together. Alright. I usually start with the head. Because that's like the most important piece. And granted, most Egyptian, like, portraits or depictions are kind of like this part up. Like stomach up. Some have like the full body. But that's a challenge to fit a full body in one on one canvas. I don't think I've done that. I probably could do that though with these. It has to be like kind of long. It's a different scale that I have to use to do that. I have to scale it a certain way. My book, Praise, Spiritual Poems, Passion, Love Poems, Politicking, Revolutionary. Okay, that's all one book? Alright, let's see. I'm going to do her, because her headpiece is such a big part of the thing. That's the thing, yo. Her headpiece is like almost 3/4 of the picture. Her headpiece itself. And I want to get her arm in there, but I don't necessarily have to get her whole hand. It's okay if I don't have her whole entire hand. But I do want to get what she's holding in there too. I think that's important. So I'm just making sure that I'm scaling it to size. So everything that I want in the picture is in there. And the thing that's on her head is like a bird. It's okay if I don't get like the full bird. Even if I just get like the feathers, the bottom feathers, that's okay. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, so this is going to be nice. This is going in my office at work. At the hospital. And I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, what is that? They probably, them motherfuckers probably gonna be like, oh, you can't have that. Why? I'm probably making up shit. That's why I know I can't work in corporate too long. Because I ain't the type of person that be, telling me what the fuck I can and can't do. What the fuck? No. I don't respond well to people telling me what to do. Unless it's my man, you know what I'm saying? Well, I definitely have this erase on deck because I do a lot of erasers. Yeah. Alright. Telling me what to do. Because they lack power, that's why. So they get off on trying to tell people what to do. Especially black people. They love telling black people what to do. Well, you can't have that. But meanwhile, they got all kind of shit in their office. And that's when I'll be looking for me another job. I'm like, alright, I can't have it. Okay. No worries. Collected poems. Yeah, you told me about that. Oh, it's gonna be bomb. Oh shit. Yeah. So y'all get to see my process. Much of my process is obviously requires a lot of focus, but also be just pumping my own head up. I do that a lot. And also, this is like as it's coming together, you're just like, wow, this is beautiful. It's coming to life already. So I'm drawing her headpiece, and of course I'm gonna show y'all. Not now, I just started, but like once it begins to really look like something. What's up, Dwayne? I see you watching. One thing I'm learning too with painting is that it's okay to add my own flavor and to deviate. Sometimes I can get in the zone where I feel like it has to look just like it, the original one. And it doesn't necessarily, right? Like you can add your own style to it. As long as it's recognizable. People can recognize and say, oh yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, people be power tripping. I don't like that. You know? It's like, okay, when you first start, they just welcoming you like, oh, it's a honeymoon phase, right? And I know it's a phase, so it only lasts for so long. And then after that, they just be showering you like, I'm still in that phase. I've been there for, this is my going on 4th week coming up tomorrow, my 4th week. And like, it's just, so far, it's just been like, oh, we're so happy to have you. They gave me a breakfast, like a welcoming party, and like, introduced me to all these important people that work within my department and my team and just across the hospital. Just proud to have me because I'm the new psychologist there, and the unit, and yeah, like showing their gratitude, right? But of course, it's like I'm just waiting for some bullshit. I always waiting for the bullshit because it's always bullshit, right? Always waiting for the bullshit to come. And they talking like future future-oriented things, right? They already got me on a schedule for next year, and then even the following year. I'm like, who's I'm gonna be here that long? Like, scheduled for like presenting and things like that. Doing presentations and stuff. I'm just like, we'll see. We shall see. Honestly, I want to travel though. Like after, because I'm doing this. It's a position, right? So it's a permanent position, but it's also considered like a postdoc, where I am getting hours towards my licensure. So once I'm licensed, that's the goal. Once I'm licensed, I could definitely go open up my own private practice. But that's like, yeah. But I want to travel. It's like, okay, my start date was October 2nd. So like, I'm gonna work, get my hours. I definitely want to travel. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Oh yeah. I have some music. I want to play it softly though, not too loud. Go back. Both you and Dwayne have children. I think you have. Well, Dwayne has. I don't want to tell you business, but it's on your profile. You came in at 15. You met an actual God body. Yeah. What was that like? Alright. So, like, the outline of her head piece is somewhat. I've done the outline. So you can kind of see, like, what it is. I'm drawing her neck. I like how they have, like, extended necks. Very long neck. He taught the young brothers in the hood in my birthplace. Kinston, North Carolina. So, Dwayne is also from North Carolina, I think, too. Think about like penciling first on canvas. This is perfectly fine because you're gonna paint over it, right? So find like women much easier. I don't know why. I find women easier to draw than men. This might be my own personal bias towards women. I show a lot more mercy towards women than I do men, though. And I realized recently that, I had went off on this woman. I didn't know she was a woman by her profile. I just didn't know. I went off. I think you guys were on the live. She was like, "Can I ask you a question?" And I went off. Had I known she was a woman, though, I don't think I would have went off. But I didn't know. Because her profile picture looked more androgynous. He was a truth. May he rest in peace. He was shot down in early 2000s. He started my first locks at 15. A guy did? Okay, so I see what's going on here. Is this the right eraser? Yes, so. I had to buy a whole pack of erasers. Okay. There we go. It's much more like it. I mean, I can put the camera on it, but that's just too invasive, alright? Like, I'm surprised I'm even doing this, because I usually don't do this, but, doing different things. Oh shit, it's gonna be fire. I love drawing the face, y'all. It's my favorite part. Oh yeah. And the nose. Practice makes perfect, right? So, her lips look like my lips a little bit. You gotta be careful though with some of these depictions of Egyptian gods and goddesses. They have been tainted by European influence. Everything obviously has been touched by European influence, and so if you're not careful, you'll be drawing one of them. I noticed that. So I sometimes make a deliberate effort to accentuate their features, right, and make them more pronounced, especially when it comes to doing like the nose and the mouth, the lips. Not to say that some, melanated people or, Egyptian gods and goddesses didn't have like pointy noses, right, or slim, facial features. It's possible, but you just gotta be aware. Because they be trying to put their hands in our shit. So I'm looking at my laptop doing this. I usually, when I draw, I usually use my phone because I'm on live. My laptop. Tell you about the 5% Nation of Islam. That's something I just recently learned about. I think the fake Black Panther I met. No, not through him. Sorry, through somebody else I met when I went through Harlem. After I did my cap and gown photo shoot last summer, I went through Harlem. Okay, I see now. I see. Got you, girl. I got you, girl. There you go. Yo. I got good fucking reflexes, y'all. This is my degree in a frame. I almost fucking fell. I caught that bitch. So I'm trying to slide this over. There we go. The peace of mind survive because I know that's what it takes to be an artist. You just believe in God, yeah. Definitely have reached a state of like balance and equilibrium. That's really important on a personal level, and especially with the work I do. That I think has helped. Like the work I do, I think has helped refine my inner peace and being able to discipline myself, mind, body, and spirit, to create a safe space and a frame for the patients when I work with them in therapy, individual therapy, group therapy, and even like when I do evaluations, you know, because people can present very dysregulated, disturbed, you know, emotionally disturbed, psychologically disturbed. So just giving them that space where they can feel a sense of calm and being that model for them also through that process. That's important. I like how, like, in some depictions, like, the lips of the women are kind of, like, perked up. I like that when the lips are, like, pointed upward at a slight angle. Hers are somewhat like that, like, pointed, like, up a little bit. Like, kind of like how my lips are. Like, look at the side profile. Just, like, the top lip is kind of, like, up. And believe in yourself. I know I didn't snap my fingers and create myself. I just believe in God, like a higher power. Yeah. There's a belief though by some people that kind of speaks to the idea of, oh, I like that. It kind of speaks to the idea of us like humans being God collectively. Which I believe it can hold some, that holds some truth to it. Oh, there we go. So I do got two versions of this. This is better. Being able to see. There we go. Oh, that. We're already at 41 minutes. I don't like my videos to be super long. Let's see. But we're doing good on battery, so we good. Your grandmother raised you? You didn't meet your mother till you was 15. How I went back to my birthplace. Yeah. So that's going to be good for the painting part. But also for the drawing, I'll use it. Ah, shit. Okay. I definitely made it my own. Those hieroglyph symbols, I think I am going to keep in the back. It's a nice backdrop. Like, lips are really fun to draw. 'Cause it's basically a heart turned sideways. But how you draw it, it can really change the whole mood of a person's face, right? Just the lips alone. I mean, every little detail can change, like the expression, which kind of reflects upon their mood or their feeling, right? And what they're communicating. Ooh, I love her lips. Yeah, I like her color. So her skin is gonna be black. You have one son, only child. He can draw also. You taught him? No, I can't show you right now. I'll show after. I usually like wait till I finish painting. This is the first time that I'm even doing this. But we'll see. You taught mixed martial arts too? Yeah. So, it's not much difference in the way the lips are there versus how I did it. It's funny though, because the way I did it, it looks like she's smiling a little bit. She looks more serious there. Not smiling, but like a little. Just a little tidbit. Which I think I'm going to leave it like this. I can change it though. I kind of like it. So I don't consider myself an artist though. It's funny. This is I came across this white people be so nosy, but I came across this white lady when I was another occasion. I was coming back from Michael's and she saw I had art supplies and she's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" I don't like telling people what I'm gonna do. I just do it. It's like even my supervisor asking me, "Oh, what are your plans? Like, what are you gonna do for on the weekend?" I'm like, "Goddamn business." You know what I'm saying? I like to keep my work separate from my personal life. But I was telling her, like I was giving her like a little idea of what I'm gonna do, and she was like, "Oh, you're an artist?" And I don't really consider myself to be an artist though. I mean, I do in the sense that I do like express myself in many different mediums, but I mean an artist in terms of this type of art. Because I do it more so for fun. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Alright, now next part I'm going to do are her eyes. And we'll take a look at this. You ran to town. I'm such a tease. It's not teasing. I was born in September 28th. And I already said, listen, I had already said that I don't usually do this, so I'm doing it now. But I don't usually do this, guys. I want to get me some Caribbean food. There's this place over here where I live, but motherfuckers are slipping. Like, the meat be okay, but the rice be old. I'm like, y'all can't cook fresh rice? What is this? I like her headdress so much that I'm going to make it a lot more pronounced. How I started. You'll definitely be able to see the finished product. Don't worry. It's coming. This is going to be interesting here. Okay. Round out the face a little bit more. It's funny. I think I tend to draw people like how I see them. Or how my face is. So, her face, her like bone structure is a little bit more round than mine, though. Yeah. She has a fish head. Fish scales. Like, drawing is pretty much geometry. If you know how to draw shapes, then you can draw. Because that's pretty much what drawing is. It's connecting the shapes together. And then giving it more of a humanistic air to it if you're drawing people. But that's pretty much what art is. Art is just geometry. Shapes. There we go. Wow. Am I drawing with a lead pencil? I don't know. What kind of pencil is this? It's a pencil. Drawing with this. If you look up Kinston, North Carolina rappers on YouTube, you can see the struggle I made it out of. Not many make it out unless dead or in jail. It's gangland now. Yeah? Press wrong button. Sorry, I didn't mean to request. Oh, you good. I'm looking at the lines to make sure I want to keep them, because if I decide to keep the lines, then I just make them darker. I start making them light, and then, you know, for me, this is a whole process because I'm drawing on canvas and you have to scale it to fit. There's a lot happening here in this picture, especially with their proportion with her head to her shoulders. I like the way I have it here. Go ahead and add our shoulders. Oh, this is gonna be nice. I can't wait to show y'all. Wait, did you say your son is 2? Hold on. How old did you say your son is, Anthony? You said you taught him how to draw. You're really caught up in your delusion, Anthony. It ain't gonna happen, y'all. Don't want to kill your dream, but that's not happening. Really think you have a shot, I guess. I mean, I make people feel comfortable. You're supporting my, work here. But I don't. That's one thing. But I don't date like people from my Facebook. I don't date people from Facebook. It's a no-go for me. Unless you're Dr. Umar, of course. Draw an exception. Yeah. Oh, girl, look at you. Alright. Oh, yeah, you said 11, yeah. He'll be 12 in February. He's a beast at drawing now. He has a digital drawing pad. That's nice. It's good to nurture your children's talents and interests. I can't wait to do the detail. So I'm just doing the outline first. And then filling in the detail. Yes, honey. Yes, 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 yes. I know you're just joking, Anthony. Don't get your hopes up. Because you'll be sadly disappointed. You certainly will. Yeah. look super serious. I believe in miracles because that's what we are. I believe in miracles too. But I also believe in being realistic. Because the thing about sometimes people set, like, you have unrealistic expectations. And that's how you set yourself up for disappointment. And then some men get in trouble. Men and women, though, not just specific to men. But some people get in trouble when it comes to dating because they think they have a shot, right? And a person has clearly indicated they're not interested, and yet they continue to pursue. So you see how that can be, like, be problematic and get in trouble. Alright. That ain't what you want. So I'll maybe get, like, part of what she's holding. Right, because you get your hopes, you get your hopes up too high, right? And you become like super fixated on one person, right? To the point where it's like an obsession. Like that movie Obsessed with Beyonce and what's the name? It's that British actor. And that can be dangerous, you know. Become illegal. You don't want to be doing shit illegal. You just got out. Right, where you become like too obsessed with somebody. And then you start doing shit that you shouldn't be doing. Right? Though that person has already set boundaries. It's like you don't respect the boundaries. And that's how you get in trouble. See, these kind of times, you know, you need like, they do have the super large canvases. This is what, 24 by 36. They have like, I think 36 by 48. I don't think I'm going to use the colors that they use. The stripes are like gray and white. Nah, I'm going to switch it up. So I'm thinking colors now. Let me find some other color. Maybe not gray, but she got like red and purple. in her collar and on her sleeves. She got those stripes like on her collar and on her wrist and on her sleeves, her arm sleeves. She has those like colors, those stripes. But, and then the remainder of her dress is like striped gray and white. But no, I don't know. I might keep it. I just feel like it should be a different color. Let's see. The brownstone might change my mind. That's funny. Attracted knob says purple and silver. Okay, so instead of gray, silver. See, look at you. You're useful. Very useful. I do have silver too. Look at you. Oh, Dwayne said that. Purple, silver. Thank you for that suggestion. Because that's what I'm going to do. But everyone has their flaws. I want to see your progress. You want to see your own progress, I think. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Because I definitely want to get that piece in here. If I can fit it. So, I'm going to narrow this. Fit that piece. Oh yeah, honey. Yes, 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 yes. Whew. Okay. Now we can do her collar. You know, their collars be like really elaborate. These stripes. There's some Burundi Maasai drum music here. When you look in the mirror, you really are who you are drawing. Your great ancestor, you are of that royal bloodline. Mine is Akhenatons. Akhenatons. I've drawn like several deities. She's a queen though. It's like always a part that kind of throws you off, right? And you gotta figure out how are you going to proceed. That's what I'm trying to see here. So, some things are a really easy fix. I believe you. It gotta be right. If it ain't right, it don't fly. It gotta be right. I drew a whole portrait and didn't like it and completely erased the whole entire thing and drew something else. I think that was that for Osiris? It was gonna be a pyramid or several pyramids. But yo, pyramids, why is it like pyramids are really difficult to draw for some odd reason? At least for me, anyway. And I was like, alright, I'm just not going to do this pyramid painting because it's not working. So imagine, if they're difficult to draw, imagine how hard they are to build, okay? It's like, what? The entire... This is going to go straight out. There we go. Yeah. A lot of guys are attracted to me though, but nah. It takes more than just showing up to all of my videos to get my interest. And like I said, I'm not interested in dating anyone from my Facebook page at all. And then, like I said, I don't know if you caught it, but like I said yesterday, I'm not physically attracted to you. I have to be physically attracted to a guy to be interested in him. You know, guys that see that they can't get my interest. So they finally get the hint, right? After so many wasted hours of just watching me, I guess. I don't know. And then they go about their way, I guess. That's it. That's it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-mm. 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 definitely want to round out. I gotta round out this color a little bit more though. The Great Pyramids of Giza are in line with the stars of Orion. If only you knew your own destiny, right? Nefertiti's husband. This is not Nefertiti that I'm drawing. This is Nefertira. This is not Nefertiti. This is Nefertari. I'm sorry, Nefertari, not Nefertiti. So you're talking about the wrong goddess. Nice try, nice try. I see you're really determined. You're super determined, aren't you? Alright. She's coming together. Yeah. She's certainly coming together. After many erasers. She's coming together. Erasers, right? No, erasers. Okay, let's see. Now, how do I want to go about this? I want to get... Okay, her hand... I might have room for part of her hand to go in here. Let's see. Yeah. Like the top part of her hand. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Get her in there. Get the hand in there. Not the entire hand, but part of it. Nefertari is Nefertiti's sister. Oh, okay. It's her sister? I have to research. I'm always open to learning. I don't claim to know everything. I know what I know, but I'm still learning like Egyptian history, so. And this is my way to connect, to learn, you know, through drawing. It attracts people who are really well studied in this area. You seem like you know some stuff. able to get just a little bit of her hand, not too much of it, just a little bit. What she's holding in her hand, that's what I want to capture here. And this, which I am going to capture. Alrighty. Can you see? I know also. Alright. So where you stay, do you leave? The place where you are? Do you like go and come? I could have brought that up a little bit more. Just a little bit like this. Yeah, because it creates a nice little triangle. I love it when I do that. You know, I was surprised to see like white paint can cover up these erasers or marks. Eraser marks. Erasers. Alright, or eraser marks. It covers it up. I guess I didn't think it would, like when I did my first one. Right, because the color black from the pencil, you think that's darker than white, but the white actually can hide it. Or you don't even see like the pencil marks. The white paint. I can go on job search this week. 2 weeks here Wednesday. After a week. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Well, you definitely want to get a job, even though, no one likes a job, I guess. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Yes, honey. Yes! Ha ha! Yes! Woo! This is why I don't do this on live, right? It won't make sense. But I get really excited when I see it coming together. Just like, oh, yes! So beautiful. The hardest thing for me to draw on a body is hands, right? Unless it's like a simple hand, but with fingers, the fingers is the hardest part. Luckily, the way she's holding this, only fingers that are showing is her thumb, so that's easy. Like I drew a black power fist, and that was kind of difficult. That, yeah. So you are fresh out, Anthony, huh? You just clicked on the first female profile you saw, huh? Like, oh, she looks cool. I'm just fucking with you. I'm gonna tear that food up, boy. I get it. There we go. It's longer. Longer tongue. Like that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, I like this one. How this is. Okay. The thing she's holding, what do you call it, a staff? It's pretty cool. Okay. Pretty cool and fun to draw. The pyramids were built as resurrection devices for the pharaoh's spirit to travel back to the stars of the constellation Orion, where transformation would take place for him to become a god. I was watching your lives before I went to jail. How long you? Wait, remind. You say you was in jail what? Just 6 months? Let's see here. Since April. Okay. It seems like 2 years. You been watching me that long? So why you just not showing up though? Something don't seem right about that story. Something don't sound right about that. Alright. So, I think I'm going to take a little break because my foot is falling asleep. I got some almonds. I'm going to stretch. To increase my blood flow. Because my right foot was falling asleep, yo. And also allows me to step back and look at my drawing so far. From a different perspective. Coming together. I love the Maasai people. I actually was watching a Maasai video, and then I fell asleep one day. And when I fell asleep, guess what I had a dream about? This Maasai woman, and I made a video about that too. So the Maasai people, I was like watching on video on YouTube before I fell asleep. It was like it was something about watching the video. And I think it was a video similar to this one. They were doing like a Maasai dance, kind of chanting. And they were interviewing like the Maasai people, women. And it put me into a trance and I fell asleep. And then the Maasai woman appeared in my dream. And we were talking and like I was getting to know her. Clearly she was telling me she was from Africa. I wanted to get like an idea of what her experience like was here, and she didn't like it. She was like, I want to go back. She did not like America at all. Can't blame her though. And we were going to get something to eat. I was like, okay, let's go to this restaurant, because y'all know I like food. We went to, in the dream though, we didn't like actually eat, but we were planning to go eat. I believe the encounter happened at a playground, where I think we was at a playground, but I want to say she had a daughter with her. I can't recall exactly. I have to go watch that video again to refresh my memory. But I definitely talked about that in my dream.
The holiday feels. Cool chairs for extra guests, holiday pillows and decorations, a cozy sofa, and a welcoming table. Find all the holiday feels at Raymore and Flanagan.
This is just like this.
Welcome to the Think with Google YouTube channel.
I think we're in an era where creativity, technology, and data will become the foothold of marketing culture. I think we're in that golden age.
This channel is all about discovering fresh points of view on the future.
Oh, what the fuck? Hell no. God damn it, yeah.
Speaking to the needs of the consumer, particularly consumers of color, is the now thing and the next
No,
thing.
please, no. No. I love this sound, like the sound of the Maasai when they're doing these chants and dances. It puts me to sleep. Let me see, do I want to cover her arm with this thing she's holding? Or, yeah, it's like it's still. Let it go over her shoulder. I'm trying to figure if I should let it go to the side of her shoulder or over her shoulder. It's going over her shoulder. Alright, where we at? Super long video, y'all. I definitely am not doing my walking vlog today because it gets dark relatively early. So by the time I finish this video and I recharge my phone, it's going to be dark. So I'll come back and do the walking vlog. Everything is mating for you, huh? You think it's a mating song that they're singing? Yeah, I wrote several books. I wrote my autobiography and I wrote autobiographical fictional erotica. I hate commercials. It must feel good to be out from behind those walls. Okay. I think I'm good to go ahead and to darken the lines. I'm not going to be live for long. I'm not going to finish the drawing probably on live. This was interesting doing this. I always like to go back and watch my live videos after. marketing the lives. You think they're still selling your book? Who is they? Who's still selling your book? Just never paid me any money on this. I never paid you any money. That's a lie. I said that you seem familiar. Like you have been on my videos before. The publisher. So you're saying that you publish books, you have a publisher, a small like independent publisher, and you haven't received any payout, at least not yet, for your books. That's the biggest question authors want to know. How do I get my books out? Selling books is not as easy as selling drugs, I can tell you that. Until you build up a name for yourself. No one knows who you are. People oftentimes are afraid to take risks, but I would suggest posting excerpts of your book, building a platform, not spending hours and hours watching me. I mean, I appreciate your support, but I will continue to be live and record either way, whether you know, people are watching or not watching. And if you are an entrepreneur where you have a product or service that you are seriously trying to sell, I mean, it's good to like, okay, network with other people, to brush up shoulders with other people, but it's not good to spend hours and hours and hours like watching other people online when you have a product or service that needs to be put out there, unless it's selling itself. If it's selling itself, then good, but it takes work, right? Writing the book is part of the job. That might be the easiest part when you think about it. A lot of authors say that's like the easiest part. And then the real work comes in when it's time to sell it. That's where the real work comes in. To market and to sell it, right? Yeah, posting excerpts, that helps. Getting creative, I mean, you gotta go with the time. So now we're in a time of TikTok memes. That's the time we live in nowadays. TikTok and memes. Find ways to promote your book using the platforms that are available to you, that are free. There are free resources here. You take advantage of it and get creative with it. You know? Otherwise, how would people know that you have a book for sale? They wouldn't. Some people want to jump on somebody else's post or page and promote their book. That's not how it goes unless they directly solicit. They ask for it. Okay, well, and they tell you, drop your book link below. But if that's not the post, that's not the nature of the post, then that's not how you promote, because that's one quick and easy way to get blocked. People don't like spam. People don't like when you jump on their post, video, and try to take over their shit, because that's their space, just like your space is your space, and they work hard to build that space. So they don't want, people promoting their stuff on their page like that. That's not how it works. That's kind of really disrespectful. Unless they ask you, like I asked you, okay, what's the name of your book? That's one thing. We're having a conversation. Versus you got people that literally just come on your video and just drop their link. And it's just like, you really think that link is going to stay there? It's going to get deleted. And not only will the link get deleted, but you will get deleted and blocked. That's how that works. And just putting yourself out there, Some methods will be more effective than others, right? Work better than others. Once you find the one that works, capitalize on it. What is your book about again? Because that also goes into how you will promote it. What is it about? How and where you promote it, based on the nature of your book. This is going to be really fun to paint. Yes. You gotta go back and read your contract. Some people sometimes just so excited to get published, they don't really understand what the contract says. I know there was a contract that you signed when you signed with the publisher. It sounds like you want to be more independent. That's not how it works when you sign with the publisher. Granted, they put a bulk of the responsibility in terms of promotion on the author, so you're independent in that way to get the book promoted. I mean, it's like a shared responsibility, right, when it comes to the promotion of a book when you're signed to a small independent publisher. But how it really goes is they kind of you kind of left to your own devices to promote. That's the difference between signing to a small independent publisher versus a major publishing company. And all the major publishing companies are based here in New York. They have the budget, right, to promote your book, but it's not like you leave it up to them. You gotta check the contract though, because sometimes even with major publishers, they have restrictions on how you can promote. I disagreed with the contract. She wanted to own my copyrights. I just gave her money to make copies, but I think she's making her own copies and selling. Oh yeah. You sign a contract but you disagree with it? That doesn't make sense. So you accepted it. You accepted it. You disagreed with it, but you accepted the contract by signing it. Even though you disagreed with it? Am I tripping? Sometimes I do be tripping. Losing the eraser. Let's see where we at. This is going to be a super long video. Not that I haven't made one over 2 hours before. It's going to be interesting. The painting, is no way. Because the painting definitely takes longer than the drawing. I probably would have been done with the drawing. I don't usually take this long to draw. But I blame you guys. Thanks for distracting me. It's a good distraction though. Alright, let's do this. like how it just comes together perfectly. I'm gonna take a walk, but I'm not gonna go live because I feel like walking. Alrighty, I think her collar is done. I got her collar, I got her armbands, her wristband. Oh, her wrist isn't showing here. No, I do need to do these stripes in her top. Yes, honey. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. And I have not drew her eyes yet. I just gotta finish. I draw her eyes, finish her headpiece. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Honey. Damn, this shit gonna be so fire, yo. Woo, this shit gonna be fire. I'm a good distraction. You didn't sign a contract? So you still own the cop? You still own the rights? Yeah, because I can always go in that line. So I'm doing that. Now. You riding out, Anthony, with me, huh? Bonnie and Clyde, huh? The reason why I don't want to show it because it's not going to look the same. Like, I can show you the sketch in pencil, but it looks totally different when it's in color, when it's paint added to it. So I feel like it's pointless to show what the sketch looks like. Because this is a rough, right? Rough version of what it's actually going to look like. When you add the color, everything changes when you add color. Everything changes. I can definitely say it's coming together. I'm loving it. I might give y'all a little peek at the end. Let's see, how am I doing? 34%. So we're good. You're my writer. So my books that I've written, they're in manuscript form. I have not published any of my books yet. Because I have this thing where I hold on to things, right? And even my manuscripts, I've been very, protective of my books, my manuscript. And not only just protective, but also calculated. So, I wrote my autobiography back in 2009. Was going to release it a year later, 2010. As I, got closer to the release date, of course, I was posting excerpts of my book online on Facebook. My sister followed me. What did I do here? She saw the excerpts, right? And shared it with my mom. And then came back to me and said that my mom indicated, I don't even know if this is true, but this is just like all what my sister was telling me. Said that, oh, that's how people get sued. So that was kind of like a deterrent for me in releasing my book, my autobiography. Because they took it as if I'm writing a tell-all. And never that. It ain't even about y'all. It's definitely not about y'all. So that was back in 2010 when I finished it. And you fast forward now, we're in 2021. We're talking about 11 years later. A lot more has happened in my life. And not only that, but I want to tell somewhat of a different narrative. It's slightly different, though. My book is definitely political in nature, though. Oh, shit. I definitely be stirring up shit. So, I just tell the truth, regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. That's the kind of person I am. I just tell it like it is. Some people may not like that, but it is what it is. Let's see here. I'm a kind of person where I think independent is always the best way to go. Because you own full control over it. Unless you can find a publishing company, and this same thing goes for a studio too, if you have like a film. Unless you can find, you know, a company, collaborate, where it is a collaboration, and they don't try to, like, control. That's the thing. Anytime you're dealing with, like, these majors, the motherfuckers want to control shit. And I have an issue. Major issue with that. I'm like, y'all ain't running shit over here. It's like you become some pawn in their scheme, and like you don't have a say so. Your voice becomes very minimal. I don't like that idea. I was watching this documentary. I think I gave it back. I rented it from the library on this young boy group, right? These young boys from New York. I forget the name of it. But anyway, they're a really talented group. They were performing, you know, how most people do before they make it big. Performing, like on the subways, on the street corners, like in New York. And of course, it's going to garner the attention. You know, once you reach a certain size, people going to see you. Even if you're small time. It's like white people, money see money, right? Money recognize talent and money. And they want to get a part of it. They want to, like, you know what I'm saying? They want to collaborate. They want to take part in that. And so, I can't remember the name of the studio. I don't want to throw out a name of the studio and it's the wrong one. But it was a studio, music studio, that got their interest, or was interested in them, you know, wanted to meet with them. And this is documentary, right? So it kind of shows, like, their development from how they started to how they ended. And I just, yeah, it's like, it reminded me of why I wouldn't even want to go. You don't want to deal with them. Whether it's big producers, music producer, film production company, or publisher. Dealing with white people, yo. They want to control shit. And it, cause these boys, like, the music, the genre, I believe, was like, it was like rock kind of thing. Like rock and roll, I think. Or, I like that, yeah. I think my hand is getting better at this. But yeah, it's like the white people try to make it what they want to make it, right? Like kind of like demonizing the music in a sense, tainting like their style. I didn't like that. You know, making them throw up like their gang signs, or you know, their signs that we know mean something totally different than what it was originally intended for. And the little boy's like, what does that mean? And the white producers are trying to explain to them, oh, well, it's been said to mean like devil horns, but that's not really what it is. It means love. You know what I'm saying? Just basically manipulating these little kids. And then, of course, coming from a poor family, the mom, she's just happy to, you know, get out the hood and shit. So she going along with everything the damn white men in the meetings were saying, like, not even questioning it. The father, you know, kind of the same thing. We're just kind of going along with it. And then they realized they didn't really like their contract after the fact. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? We gotta get out that mode where we feel like, oh, we desperate. You gotta get money, but nah, don't be so desperate that you're stupid. You're taken advantage of. So that's my thing when it comes to that. I'm definitely hungry as fuck, so I definitely want to finish this. At least most of it anyway. I'll come back and add like the finishing touches. That's why I went local, so I could have more control and to be hands-on with the process. I designed my book cover also. I mean, so like when you have your own, when you self-publish, right? You can hire a designer. There's nothing wrong with hiring people, right? Bringing people on. Like, those are like contracted workers. But it's different when you sign to a company because they kind of dictate every aspect of it. Tell you how things are gonna go. I mean, they may consult with you, like, oh, would you like to do this? But it's always them guiding you in the direction of how they want things to go. And you can tell. It's like, what's the point of asking me then? Why am I even in this meeting when y'all have the final say so anyway? That's kind of like, from what I observe, how it goes. I'm like, who want that? Do you really want that? Hell no. I know I wouldn't. A lot of lines. A lot of lines here. That's why I didn't sign, but I still feel like I'm being taken advantage of. They want to change your stuff around. I mean, for them, okay, if they want to change it around, they could consult with you, you know, to get your take on it. Because everything they do is supposed to be in your best interest, right? So it's a reason why you collaborate with them. You bringing them on to help get your product out there. So you do trust them to, to a certain extent, right? Otherwise, you shouldn't be doing business with them if you don't trust them at all to take your thing to the next level. Alright, girl, you are coming through. Yes, honey, yes. Okay. All kind of fine detail. Alright. I'm loving the way this is coming out. I'm just loving it. Fish scales. those who wait. I still don't know if I really want to show. I'd just rather wait till it's all the way done. It makes more sense that way. I mean, you'll see it when it's done. It's not like you won't get to see the finished product. You'll see it. It's not right now. I must say it is coming together very nicely. Alright. What kind of design is that? Let's see. The snake. So she has a snake. Is that a cobra? On her forehead. I'm going to draw that right now. I kind of like drawing the snakes. What is this? Okay. Almost done. Almost done. Eye of the snake. I do know, like, real artists, so. I mean, they do this shit for real. I'm really good at it. I really respect the craft. For me, it's a hobby, though. Something to relieve all this energy I have. Okay, just did the snake. And what else? Let's see. I got that. Only thing though, I'm like, yo, if I take this shit to work and somebody steal my painting, I'm gonna be one mad motherfucker, y'all. So I don't know. Should I really take this to work? All this time and energy going into this thing. But granted, we do have cameras like all over the hospital though. But I'll be damned. I'll be damn, yo. Second thoughts, nah. My friend asked me, um, would do I have plans on like selling my paintings or giving them away? Hell no. All this time and energy. You see why I say that now? All this time and energy going into this thing to give it away? Nah. Not even sell it. I just couldn't do that. Oh, you know what? There we go. No, you're not. I'm giving up my address. Nice try, though. Okay. This is going to be red. No. Let's see. Somebody sending me a treat through Uber Eats. You really funny. What you can do, and this goes for anyone watching, which I haven't opened this up yet, so this is like the first time that I'll be opening this up to people who would like to send gifts. Feel free. I do have a P.O. box. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do red, blue, red. You can do that. Red, blue, red. Blue, red. Gold here. Gold. This is gold. And then gold. Gold. And straight this out. Yep. And that's gold. Stripes. Shouldn't you save that money for yourself so that once you are fully released, you can get you a place to stay? That's never really opened up my P.O. box because some people weird, yo. And I be kind of skeptical of taking things from people, accepting gifts from people. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take this to work. I am gonna probably do one for work though. Probably on these two. Yeah, but it's gonna be something simple. So in case, let's say, it gets stolen, you can't put nothing past nobody, even coworkers. So you never know. In case somebody steal it, it won't be a major loss. All right. So, red, blue, red, and what's these? Same as that, right? Yeah. Yeah, I can't give up my home address. I have a mailing address though. Just inbox me. I haven't really made it public. It is public though. Pay attention. All right, we're almost done. My phone probably gonna die before I finish. Dang, we got 3 hours. We getting it in. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do for the painting, I'm gonna start it and then I'm gonna start it off camera and then I'll probably finish it on camera, possibly. I may not even come back and record the painting live. I probably won't. I don't know. Yeah. 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 Probably take a picture. Take a picture of it and then print it. It's the only way I'll have this in my office at work is to take the original. Hell no. Okay. A lot of detail for this one. Like most depictions of Egyptian gods and goddesses or queens, kings. Very elaborate, you know. That's how we are as a people. We're just very complex, intricate details. there's still more to her headpiece. That's just one part I just finished. There's more. Pretty unique right there. It's like some kind of key. Okay. You're the queen I seen in my dreams a long time ago. I traveled many miles along the now across many streams to see your river flow. Does that come from one of your poems? Sounds very poetic. Right. It looks like a key, but it looks like fingers. It's interesting. Okay. Definitely want to go ahead and finish as much as I can. It's like, I know this was detailed. That's why I wanted to do it. Because I'm like, yeah. And I love her skin tone being black. So, don't mind it. Clips around that. Where's the eraser? Alrighty then. And then close it out. Yep. Then I just gotta do her top. Wow. So I got everything else. Nah, you inspired that at the moment. Oh, freestyle and poetry, huh? Did you use a blow dryer for your hair? I told you I don't use blow dryers. Maybe you missed that part, but I don't use blow dryers. Air dry. And it's still not dry. It's going to take like 2 to 3 days to dry. Alright. Let's see. Okay. I mean, it's mostly dry, but it's still damp. I know how long my hair usually takes to dry. And that's about how long it takes to be completely dry. Yeah, that's how it usually works. So she got some hair flowing. We got room for hair flowing. Get your hair in there, girl. Get your hair up in there. There you go. There you go. Hold on. Let's fix your hair. Got your hair up in there, and then we have the headpiece. Alright. Zoom in. Yeah. Oh yes, girl. Get it. Get your headpiece up in there. Oh wow, it's way more pronounced than that. Hold on. Get you right. There we go. There you go. There. This piece. You notice like some parts of this drawing, I didn't really use the eraser in some other parts. Like I didn't use the eraser that much on the snake part. So I'm doing other parts. This is a piece on top of her head that I'm doing now. Almost done. There is a bird that sits on top of her head, but I don't think I can fit the entire bird, as I already said that. So we'll get the bottom part of the bird. The last part is going to be her eye. I think I'm definitely going to do the eye while I'm live. I think I'm maybe down to a little less than 10% battery left, so I'll try her eye next after I do this headpiece. Yeah. Yep. Question is, where should I hang her at? I was going to hang her in my office, but I thought about it. I'm like, as much as work I put in this, and this is just drawing. And like I say, drawing don't usually take this long. Drawing usually takes about a good maybe hour. We've been on here for like, what, 3 hours now. So, alright, now I'm about to do her eyes. Her, not eyes, but eye. You know, as most Egyptian paintings, just the side profile, right? Do her eyes. Kind of one of my favorite parts to draw. Like saving the best for last. Because our eyes say so much about us, right? Yeah. Eyes are so much fun to draw. Oh, yes, 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 honey. You get to play around with it. Okay, 10%. More battery than I thought. Arch her eye a little bit, just a little. Yeah, girl. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Pupil. There she is. One thing I do like about drawing like men is that the mustache. Not the mustache, but it's usually a beard. I don't think. Yeah, the beard. I don't think any of the Egyptian gods as you had a mustache. Not that I can recall. Oh yeah, girl. Yes, 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 yes. She looks beautiful. Another one of my favorites is the eyebrow. Yes, honey, yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Last part is a bird. I'm pretty much done with this. Just double checking. I covered all of my bases here. Oh, in the background, I may add like some symbols, hieroglyphic symbols in the back. But I'll do that. Oh, I just noticed her here. I gotta add some lines in her hair here. Just a few lines. Yes, girl. Yes. Can't wait to paint. The painting is going to be so much fun, y'all. It's the best part. All right, let's do this bird. Let's see. Almost done because I'm running out of battery, so I'm about to end this soon. the feet of the bird. It's a nice bird though. I hate I had to cut it off. Part of it off. Okay. Beagle, what's my Beagle? Beagle in the background, trying to play in the background. Okay. Feather. Nice feathers. Too bad it's cut off though. It's just too bad. Maybe I'll bring the bird back in another one. And have room to include the entire bird in this one. Okay. Hey, the bird has a cobra too. And his inner feather popping out there. Can't even fit the entire cobra though. Parts of it. Okay, almost done. Alright, well, I got to end this, you guys. 5%. And my phone's just been sliding all over the place. Yours took forever to dry? Yeah, it does take a while. The longer and thicker your hair is, the longer it takes to dry. Try to draw as much as I can. Alright guys, this one was an interesting video. My very first time doing this live here. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one, whenever that's gonna be. Wowzers, this is really nice. Thank you guys for joining me on my very first recording of my drawing here. It's the very first time I've done this. I don't know if I'll do it again though. You see how long it takes to draw live. It doesn't take me this long to draw if it's just me, myself, and I. But thank you guys. Catch you guys later.